My name is Prince West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time watching me, you are highly welcome. This is a place for separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'm going to be talking about the celebration that they are supposed to be having on October 31st called Halloween. I want to talk about Halloween versus and Dias de los Muertos, which is interpreted as the Day of the Dead in Mexico, and the All Souls Day or All Saints Day in the Catholic Church. All these three celebrations are exactly the same, and I want to specify them, the differences, and the meaning, and how we do this kind of celebrations in African spirituality. Basically, this celebration of the Day of the Dead is a very ancient celebration that you will find in ancient cultures. These are cultures that predated the so-called Caucasian culture or Caucasian civilization. This is a day that ancient people dedicated to remembering their dead. Okay, it's a day that some cultures dedicates to honoring their dead. These are their dead relatives, family members, and loved ones and ancestors. So ancient people all over the world, they have come to realize that it is very important to honor the dead, to remember them. Of course, you're going to die one day. It does not make sense that when you die, your children or your relatives will totally just forget about you and move on. This is not a good thing. For history, for the benefit of history, prosperity, posterity, and the documentation of human existence, the dead that have come before you needs to be remembered, and they need to be honored. So ancient societies, in fact, all ancient indigenous societies, all societies in the world, they remember their dead. They have a day for this. So this is not a evil day like some religions want you to see, that honoring your dead, remembering dead, pouring libations to your ancestors is evil and demonic. It is not evil and demonic. It is the normal, traditional, rational, scientific thing to do as a human being, to honor your dead. So these celebrations are popular celebrations that people now use to honor their dead. So one of the most popular ones you're going to find now in the so-called Western world is this Halloween celebration. The Halloween, which they celebrate on October 31st. Some people celebrate their 30th, 31st, which is supposed to be today, October 31st. This is the day that the Celtic people in Europe have created to honor their own dead. The ancient Celtic people, these are indigenous people that we find that live in some part of Europe, and they choose this day. The day also signifies the beginning of winter for them, the last stage of the four seasons that represent the snow time to end the year. So this October 31st is a day that they choose, that they say, okay, this is a day we will be honoring our dead people. This is like their and this dead people Christmas. Their day that will remember our ancestors, our loved ones, people that have passed away. So they call this day Sahem. Okay, they call it Sahem or Sarim, something like that. So they use this day. So this is an indigenous day, and some other cultures around the world, they choose this day. Now, what you're going to find in the Mexican, Mesoamerican people in Latin America, of course, they venerate their own culture and tradition is the same with Africa, and we can trace the origin of this culture from the Mayans to the Aztec people, which are the ancient people of Mesoamerica, the original people, and we can also trace the origin of their civilization to the Olmec people, the Olmecs, those people that have the stone carvings of those large Negro heads. And we can also trace these Olmec people back to Africa, back to West Africa, back to Mali. So you can see that this Day of the Dead celebration and that they celebrate in Mesoamerica is also an African celebration. In mainland Africa here, we see the dead as part of us. So we don't really have a general day. Every day for us is Day of the Dead because we don't see our ancestors as separate from us. So we celebrate this every day. We see where the dead are buried as a sacred place. You can say the cemetery can be our most holy place or is our most holy place. So we see these issues of this situation. It is very normal in Africa to venerate your dead. When you do your libations and your prayers is basically to your dead ancestors, your late ancestors. So we don't really have a fixed day, although people choose Mondays when you come to our spiritual days of venerating the dead. Mondays is usually the day that we pick. So venerating the dead for us in African spirituality is an everyday thing because we don't see them separate from us. We carry our ancestors with us every day. We believe that they live in us and they are us and we are them. So we don't have a primary day for saying that this is the day we remember them. You can remember them every day. Any day is a perfect day for you to remember your ancestors in African spirituality, in Ifa, in Igbe, Palo Mayombe, Quimbanda, Umbanda, Santaria, Obie. Any day is a day to remember your ancestors. Any day you choose is a perfect day for you to remember the ancestors. Okay, but if you want to fix a day, people will recommend Mondays for you. Okay, so what you see now is that in Mesoamerica, that is I'm referring to Mexico, Latin America, countries Peru, Brazil. We have the deities that they call the indigenous deity of this god of the dead that we know as Mitkatuclan or Santisma Moriete. Santisma Moriete is the god of the dead, the spirit that represents the intelligence of this death essence that permits the world. That's essence, that core or intelligence that is in charge of death, rebirth, transformation is personified in this deity that we now know as Santisma Moriete, that we venerate. The African counterpart of this in Kemet is Ampu, the god of the dead that we call Anubis. Anubis and Santisma Moriete are primarily the same deity. Okay, they have the same functions, they perform the same functions, play the same role in humanity. They carry the same tools. I have talked about them extensively. I believe I have done about 2 videos of this deity. And this deity is a very, very important deity because death is something that is very, very real and very, very present, and it's an active principle in this world that without death, nothing will move forward. Every living thing must die. Okay, any seed that want to germinate must also die. Okay, anything that you want to do, you have to acknowledge this principle. So this principle is fulfilling its natural role in life. So you just cannot ignore this principle. So the principle encompasses life, rebirth, regeneration, transformation, destruction, reconstruction, which everything about the process of life, it is involved because life is equal to death and death is equal to life. So this is one of the most powerful principles that is guiding us in this earth, and all living things must die. We are all under the power or the domain or the spell of this principle. So it's a principle that we cannot ignore. So we have to acknowledge this principle, venerate this principle, embrace this principle so that we can be able to live a more fulfilled life on this planet. So the Day of the Dead celebration in Mexico is a very, very special day. They take it very serious. It is their biggest celebration. Okay, they call it Dia de los Muertos. Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. So you can call it their own Halloween. So they have this this festival that they do on their own culturally. So what happens is that when Christianity took over the world during the time of Constantine, they see that, oh, indigenous people already have strong ties to various cultures and festivities, and these people are not going to give it away. People venerate and they mark the rotation of the sun, the 365-day rotation every year, and they celebrate their own festivals. They call it Saturnalia or something like that. They went there, they say, oh, what are we going to do? We can't stop this festival. We are going to put our own inside. They not claim that Jesus Christ was a real person, and the rotation of the earth around the sun every 365 days around the 12 zodiac sign. They now see the 12 zodiac sign is a 12 disciple of Jesus, and Jesus is the son, and it was born. That they created fake story to represent this astrological knowledge, and then they say Jesus is now born on 25th of December, and they say they're celebrating the birth of their Savior. They did this to Christmas, and they also did this to the Day of the Dead. So what they are not doing, as they look at October 30th, they say, okay, if we put it on October 31st, everybody will know that we are trying to observe this Day of the Dead ceremony. They now move it to November 1st and 2nd in their own calendar, and they now call it All Souls Day or All Saints Day. So they say that this is the day now that they are going to be remembering their own dead. So they now say November 1st to 2nd is known as All Souls Day, according to the Catholic Church, or All Saints Day. They say, why is it so? They say this is the day that remember all the people that have died in Christ, in the service of Christ. By this, they mean all the Client Templars, all the mercenaries, so-called killers that have killed people to advance the religion all over the world. They are saints. All those saints that they say died in the Bible, those they are assassins, assassinators, all those criminals, thieves that they call missionaries, those liars, those purveyors of false religions. They say that this is a day that they remember them. So All Souls Day is now 1st of November to 2nd of November, and they put it the same day with they force it upon their indigenous people. So what you see that now they have Halloween, which is a continuation of the traditional Celtic Remembrance Day of the Dead, and you're going to find All Saints Day and All Souls Day in the Catholic Church. They are going to celebrate it this Sunday. On Sunday is All Saints Day. They will tell you that this is the day that they are remembering or venerating all the people that have died in Christ. So what the Catholic Church is actually doing is remembering their own dead. They are celebrating their own Halloween. Did you get it now? They fix that day to celebrate their own Halloween, to remember their dead. And at the same time, they will tell African people that if your father died, your father is already a demon that is appointed unto man to die once, after that judgment, and that the living have no business with the dead. So what they are telling you, that they don't want you to remember your ancestors, they don't want you to remember your African brothers and sisters, but at the same time they are celebrating and they are remembering their own ancestors in Christianity. They remember all those ones, St. John, St. Jutadus, or all those St. Molumba, all those criminal pedophile saints. They will remember all of them on this All Souls Day, All Saints Day. They will burn candles to them. They will light incense to them. They will give flowers to them. They will give food to them. They will give money to them. They will even dance. They will sing to them. They are going to remind children, tell new innocent children that today is All Souls Day. You must remember this day. This day is a very important day. This is the day that everybody died for Christianity. This is the day that your people fought out for you to be safe. This is the story they are going to be telling children this Sunday. What are they doing? They are keeping this tradition alive. They are passing this light to the next generation. They are remembering their own dead. But meanwhile, if you remember your own dead, we say your ancestors are demons. This is the reason I don't allow Christians to preach for me or to talk to me. When they'll come with this slide saying that your ancestors are demons, you should forget about them, that once they have died, they have faced judgment. You go and destroy your ancestral compound, your ancestors' shrine, destroy and burn everything, that you are a new man in Christ. You have no business or connection with the dead, that all those spirits are demonic foundation spirits that are responsible for your poverty and hardship in life. This is the lie they tell people in Africa. So what this does is that you see people running away from the village. They tell you that everybody is witch in your village, that because there's a shrine in your village, that shrine is responsible for bringing darkness and poverty, whereas their lies is responsible for bringing darkness, poverty to your own village. So when you teach your children these lies, what happens is that your children don't go to the village. Your children are scared to connect to their ancestors. Your children see their own ancestors as evil spirits. So they run away from the village, they run away from home, they run away from everybody that is practicing African spirituality. At the end of the day, your children cannot connect to their own divinity and to their own originality. They will become permanent caricatures and slaves to Christianity, and they will start worshiping the Christian ancestors, which is this sense, these mercenaries that came to destroy them, that came to poison their culture and tradition. These are the people that your children will be seen as holy people, as good spirits, and your children will start praying to them, reciting rosary to them, giving money to them, giving their energy, time, and resources to them. So what is happening that your own children have now been made to be empowering the spirits of the enemies that is destroying their lands. This is what we find in Africa. This is why Africa keep going down, down, down. This is why Nigeria keep slipping away, because it is heavily religious, and the people that are supposed to be moving the country forward, they are giving all their energy to the evil Christian religion that is destroying them. Every Sunday, you're going to find all of them in church, praying to the enemies, to the spirit of the enemy, praying to the ancestors of the spirits that came to rape and plunder their ancestors, praying to those spirits. Evil spirits is what they are praying to. So how will you grow? You go to a lot of village, it is underdeveloped in Africa, especially in Nigeria. The village people are running away. They don't put any resources there. They don't do any good thing there. They don't even visit the village. They see it as the source of their problem. So you cut off yourself totally, and you put yourself and connect yourself to the enemy. At the end, when you die, what happens? The worst thing, your children will just come to the village and dump your body on the ground, and then they forget about you. Nobody will remember you. Your memory will be lost forever. All the acknowledgement and praises that they are supposed to be giving to you will be given to your enemies and the spirit of your enemies, because you told them that your ancestors are demons. As you are saying your ancestors are demons, when you also die, you too will be treated as a demon by your own children. So your children will just come to village. Most times the villagers will force them to build a house for you, because this is the only way village develop now. Most villages have come to the conclusion that when somebody dies, before they bury them, they must build a house, because everywhere is bush. In Nigeria, they will tell you, you want to bury your dad, your mom, you must build a house for them because the place is empty. So you will, most times the people will beg them with money, and they will build a very tiny and little house. Most times it's not even completed. They will say there's no money, and they will just build something, we call it segede, uncompleted building. Then they will put a zinc on top. They will promise to come back. Then they will bury you inside, and then they never come back. This will become your grave, your final resting place, and nobody will remember you, because you did not remember your own ancestors. You did not remember to do the things. You were enslaved by Christianity, and you end up enslaving your own children and teaching them that the village is full of witches and wizards, the village is full of wicked people, and that your own natural ancestors are demons, that they should cut off from them. So when you die too, your children will also treat you as a demon, because the religion says that it's appointed unto man to die once. After that judgment, your villagers will say, your children will say that your spirit is not there anymore, that you have gone to heaven or hell, and that they will just put your dead body there, and they will no longer remember you. So a lot of people with this mentality, they no longer remember them anymore in Africa, because this is the mentality that they gave to their children. A poisonous culture that is destroying Africa, cutting the children off from their source. But meanwhile, the people that told you this, they venerate their ancestors, they venerate Abraham. People still pray to Abraham, pray to Sarah, pray to Josiah, pray to David. They will even be saying this, but they never call any of their own names that they are connected to by DNA. You don't call your son names. You don't call your grandfather's name. Active people that are connected to you. But you call God of Abraham, God of Isaac and Jacob, God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These are the gods of the enemies, the ancestors of the enemies that came to enslave you. Those are the people you are praying to, and you're asking for redemption. You are not going to get the redemption. You're going to become a permanent, perpetual slave to those people for all eternity, as far as you keep calling them, because they are here to destroy you. They are here to disappear you from your land, to take your natural resources, to end your generation, to your lineage. So when you have this mentality and you keep doing the same thing, you are consciously disappearing your generation, until one day you will be no more. All your children will go to abroad to become slaves, to be washing plates and washing white people's yansh, doing taxi driver, mania jobs, all those kind of local job. At the end of the day, you marry your children, they will not come to Africa. You will have children. The white people will suck your children. They will your race will just disappear. You will just disappear. They will just subsume you. You came to this life to become a slave, to empower other people to grow. You could not empower your own people to move forward. Everything you came with this life, to your lights, your talent, your energy, you will give it to them. They will take it, and you get nothing. This is what will happen to you if you go this way. When you get absorbed into Christianity, you abandon your culture, your tradition, your name, your language, your essence. You now adopt everything the Caucasian people gave you. You're going to be subsumed by them, and then nothing left of you will remain. You will be totally forgotten, like you never ever exist. Within 3 generations, you will disappear from this planet, because you choose the wrong thing. You choose the thing that will destroy you, because you fail to realize the truth. So you see these people saying that your ancestors are demons, but they have All Saints Day. They have All Souls Day, when they venerate their own ancestors. And you do not venerate your own ancestors. Don't you see that you are the stupid one in this equation? So this veneration of ancestors is very, very important. If it's not important, people will not do it. If it's not important, the Catholic Church will not have a day to venerate all their mercenaries and so-called missionaries. They will not have a day for this. The seed is important. So for them, their own ancestors are pure, while your own ancestors are evil and dirty. This is the way they see it. So when you allow Christianity to preach for you, they are insulting you, telling you that you came from nothing. Even the gospel is insultive, that their God, out of his mercy, will get you into heaven, that your righteousness is filthy rag, that you are born in sin. All your children are born in sin. They need to be baptized, to be cleansed. This is insultive to the soul. This is why Christianity is banned in countries like Japan and Thailand, and in Asian countries. When you go there, you tell somebody that his newborn baby is born in sin. Do you know that is very insulting thing? You want to curse the child, that the child needs to be cleansed. It needs to be baptized by one Jewish ghost from Jerusalem, so that it can be pure. Is this not? This is one of the highest insults you will give to your children. Then not only that, you are going to name them with Christian names. You cut off their traditional name, trying to cut their heritage from them. You are cursing your own child. Okay? Then at the end of the day, your grandparents, you cannot even remember their names. You can't pour libation to them, because they tell you that your grandparents are demons. They are already in hellfire because they are not Christians. And you accept this kind of philosophy. It is poisonous to the soul. And you agree to this. That means you yourself, you are an idiot, and you are cursed forever. This is the kind of things that you're going to hear in Christianity. That's why you should not allow them. Anytime they open their mouth to talk, it's insultive. That is why I don't go to church. Because if you tell me this on the street, I will insult you back. I will tell you, now your papa and your mama, now they born for sin. Now you're picking to your last generation, now they born for sin. You tell me, I tell you back. You go not say me, you go not say an insultive thing they come out of your mouth. Please don't allow these people to be insulting you with their religion. Okay? Same thing they say you should not do. They are doing it. Don't honor your ancestors. Don't pour libation. That libation is demonic. Sometimes when I pour libation in public, I'll see people looking at me with bad eye, like I'm an evil person. But the Catholic Church here is having All Saints Day and All Souls Day. What do they do that day? It's not venerating their own dead. So if the people that came to murder you in Africa and to steal your resources, they are not evil people, they are good people, then what sin did my own ancestors that didn't kill anybody commit? What sin did they commit that I should not remember them, that I should not honor them? You should ask yourself these questions. So you see this day now. On Sunday, that we celebrate All Saints Day or All Souls Day all over the Christendom. Then today is Halloween Day. So for those people that have not been venerating their ancestors, today is a very good day because the spirit, the energy of the dead essence is permeating the whole earth. You can light a candle too for your own African ancestors. Light candle for them. Light incense for them. Even put food for ground, pour libations to them. Remember your own dead. It is important. When you give libations, offerings, and food to your spirits, your ancestors, you're making them happy. You're drawing them closer to you. You're making them stronger. You're giving them that essence, that water H2O element for them to come into this physical world to be helping you, to be doing things for you. You see some ancestors, some spirits, they don't give them anything. They don't have energy to come into the physical world. Anywhere you put your attention, you focus, you give it attention, you give it energy, it multiplies. This is a principle of quantum physics that we use every day. So they don't want you to give your ancestors energy to fight for you. That is why they say you should not remember them. You see the principle? They want you to cut off. They want your ancestors to be starved of energy. They want them to forsake you. They want them to hate you. So that's why they don't want you to be doing libation. They don't want you to be remembering them. They don't want you to be giving them food and offering, because all these things will make your ancestors strong. It will empower them to come into this physical world from time to time to protect you, to give you messages, to stand for you, and to continue to be with you. Because as far as you are remembering them, they are alive. But when you totally forget them, they will disappear. Anything you give attention to, you give strength to, they manifest. So they want you to cut off that link with your ancestors. That's why they say you should not be remembering them. You should not be doing libation. You should not be doing this. But at the same time, they give their own ancestors strength and energy. So you see how they are doing it? You are the fool for not remembering your own ancestors. So why their own is alive. They call it All Souls Day and All Saints Day. Why you have no day, you just believe hook, line, and sinker the lies that they tell you. So this is the thing. So today, if you are free, you can join in. Today I'm joining with my Mexican, my brothers, my Mesoamerican brothers. I will join in today with them to celebrate. My own days, every day is my ancestors' day. I do my libation almost every day. I remember them every day. I need to forget. I give them offerings. So for me, every day is Halloween. For me, now me be the physical manifestation of Halloween. And of course, we venerate the dead. And my principal deity, one of them is Santissima Muertoes and Anubis. And these are principles that you cannot ignore. No matter how you go, wherever you are on this planet, you will still die one day. So you better embrace this principle and start working with it. Okay, the sooner you realize this, the better for you. So those people that are afraid of dying, you will still die. Okay, so they say when death smiles at a man, what you do is to smile back. Okay, we are under the power and the domain of this principle, and we just have to take the initiative. So there's nothing to be afraid of. In African spirituality, the land of the ancestors is our most holy place. It is our church, in case you don't know. It is the word of our mente. It is the gateway to the spirit world, and it is the best place for you to be. Okay, because it's the most holy place, the in-between word between here and there. So please, today what you can do, get a candle, light a candle, burn some incense, and just say a little prayer for your ancestors. This will solve many problems for you. For those people that have been forgetting them, this is the right time for you to bring back. Just lighting that candle alone can open many gates for you, can stop many evil things, those little dirty winches that have been worrying your life. Just that alone can push a lot of them from you. Okay, those bullies, those spiritual bullies, those people that have been deceiving you, those evil partners in relationship that have been sucking you dry. By just remembering your ancestors, it will solve a lot of problems for you. Okay, so do this ritual, do this right today. Don't forget, it is your own All Saints Day. If anybody asks you what you are doing, especially the so-called hypocrite Christians, tell them you are honoring your own ancestors, your papa and mama, your grandfather. Tell them kuru kuru, say they honor them. Say, this is what I am doing. I am lighting this candle. I am pouring this libation to them. If they tell you that it is evil, tell them that the All Saints Day is also evil as well. Why are they doing it? They are doing the same thing. Then they don't want you to do your own. That means they are the wicked people. They don't want you to connect. They don't want you to connect with your own people. They don't want you to live a better life. They're telling you to not do your own, but they are doing their own. Now you say, now them be the evil people. So do not listen to them. Take the initiative and start doing the right thing. And of course, study your history by all means. Know your history. The history will help you. It will give you that spirit, that empowerment, that presence of mind to bring out your conscious identity, to start living your life to the best of your abilities and capabilities. So knowledge is power, okay? This knowledge that we need is what will give us the good life that we have always dreamed of. So please, today is Halloween's Day. By all means, remember your ancestors. Remember them every day, not only on Halloween. And also in the All Saints Day, for those of you that will still go to church, where they are calling their criminal and pedophile saints, don't forget to also call your own indigenous African ancestors as well, because they are all saints. They brought you into this world. If not for them, you will not be in Africa. So remember your dead, though. Now, what you not know, now your mates, they pass you. Now, so it just be that the knowledge where you not get, where you know they do, now your mates, they pass you, that they do their own, they don't want to make you do your own. Now, them be the bad people. So me, I don't already do my own yesterday. I do my own every day. I need to hide them. So I not stop you. So make you follow no road, or make you not go for well. So this is what I have to say today on this topic. I believe I have said enough. Questions or comments are welcome as usual. And please like and share the video. Of course, this channel need to go far. And it is going far. Okay, Ogoro must jump quite naturally. So I encourage you to take the initiative. Africa must survive. Africa must better. Anybody will say Africa not go better, that person not go better. We must better. We must get sense. And we must do the right thing. Okay, we must be seen to be doing the right thing. And we must honor our ancestors quite naturally. There's nothing for you to do except that. So please honor your ancestors so that your days will be long. Your land, this land that we come from, this our original land that we come from, we must honor it. It is the holy land. Africa is the holy land, not Jerusalem, not Saudi Arabia. Certainly this year. So this is the place. So here we must remember, here we must put our attention on, here we must focus on, not anywhere else, not in Rome, okay, not Europe, okay. All those people are dead lands. So we need to be in the truth all the time. Don't allow anybody to tell you not to be doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, okay. Don't allow anybody. In fact, let's just do the libation now. For those people that don't know how to do libation, it is the spirit of today that then we should do this, and we should call some of our ancestors, and we just flow with them. So please, by all means, if you have your whiskey, your wine, your ogogoro, or if you have Coke or Fanta or Linka, Five Alive, cognac, any kind of thing that you have, any kind of good liquid, the one that you love to drink, please bring it out. Let's in the spirit of this Halloween, let's honor our ancestors. So we have nothing to lose. Okay, make we have this one join. Okay, the same people in the Mesoamericans, they are our brothers and sisters. Okay, the same thing we pass through, they pass through it. The same thing that happened to us also happened to them. Okay, so it's a good day. When they started this, Christians started this All Saints Day, the people there already practice their indigenous spirituality, so they push it into the All Saints Day, so they call it the Day of the Dead. So that day, which is today, you will see all of them dressing up as dead people. That's why you see those costumes, which is not so scary, but some people think it's scary. For me, it's not so, it's just makeup. They dress up like dead people, rub their face with powder. Same thing we do in Africa, yeah? And then they carry flowers, they carry food, they carry drinks, and then they go into all the cemeteries to give these offerings to the dead, to their loved ones. They go to the cemetery that day. They clean the cemetery. They put perfumes. They put powder. They blow powder. They blow insects or native shock, and then they pray for the dead. They pour libations on the graves, and then they put food. They put candy. They put chocolates, and then they say prayers. Some of them cry. Some of them sing. Then they just spend that day. They spend that day in the cemetery with the dead bodies, with the graves. This is what they do. This is what they are going to do today. So there's nothing evil about it. There's nothing evil and picking a day to go and spend with your dead relatives. Okay, this is simply what the Catholic Church is doing. This is simply what everybody is doing. But they don't want African people to be doing it. Why is it only African people that don't have rights to do like other people? You go to other cultures, you go to India, they do the same thing. You go to Japan, China, they do the same thing. But when it comes to Africa venerating their own dead, it is now the biggest sin in the world. The most evil thing for me to pour libation. It is the most evil thing because they don't want me to connect with my own ancestors. So these people, they are witches and wizards. Anybody that don't want you to connect with your ancestors, just know the person a witch and a wizard, and the person don't have your best interests at heart. This is how you know your enemies. Your enemies don't want you to be independent. They don't want you to be yourself. They don't want you to have your own conscious identity. They don't want you to be anything. They want you to be their slave. Anybody that want to enslave you with religion, with politics, with this, especially the religion, that person is a witch and wizard, and that person should be treated with extreme prejudice. Okay, because they want to enslave your old generation, not only you. They want to enslave your children to the last drop of your DNA. So these people, they are serious elements that we must eradicate from our society. We must eradicate them from our consciousness, from our mind, from our body, from our soul, from our society. We must eradicate them. They are poisonous, and they are dangerous, and they are also detrimental, and they are cancerous. So we must not tolerate them. This is just the simple gospel truth, because they are cancers. When you have cancer in your body, you don't tolerate it. You they cut and throw away. That is the way we do it. You use any means possible, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, any way you take commot the cancer, make sure the cancer is out. So we need to treat these people like that. So I believe a word is enough for the wise. So first of all, I'll be calling upon Baba Legba, aka Elegbara, aka Ekwensu, the Primus Inter Paris, the one that sits on the crossroads of humanity. I thank you today for the great work you are doing in the elevation of consciousness. And I give you the drink this day. I ask that you open the gateway of the realm of the dead, so that our brothers and sisters, our fathers, our mothers, our loved ones, our ascended ancestors that have passed through before us, that they may come in and to come and receive this libation, that it will strengthen them, empower them, and bring them, give them the ability to come into this life, to influence this life, to bring our true manifestation of prosperity and independence, and to help us to eradicate ignorance, to bring it to fruition. I call upon Oshun, I call upon Olokun, Omalokun, our primordial mothers of creation. I give you your own drink today. I ask that your spirit continue to guide us, continue to give us life, continue to empower us in everything that we do, continue to help us, to push us in the right direction, to bring prosperity into our life and longevity. We give this drink to the God of prosperity, of procreation, protection, and everything good. We ask that that spirit continue to guide us this day. I call upon Ologbotere, aka the Black Panther, the undying, indomitable, undefeatable recess of the melanated African consciousness. I ask that the spirits continue to animate and inspire us to do great things, to go beyond the boundaries and limitations of this life, to create a name and to forge a fruitful destiny for us. To give you your drink this day, I call upon Ampu, aka Santisma Moriete, aka Anubis. I ask that the great spirits of the dead come upon us this day. to open the gates of Amente, of the spirit world, to bring the ascended masters back into this life, to reincarnate us back into this life, to reincarnate our children, to give us the spirits, the wisdom to live, to manage our affairs efficiently and effectively, and to manage our time upon this planet effectively. I give you this ring today for all the people that have died, all the great people that have done great things in shaping humanity. We give them this ring today. We remember them greatly. People like Muhammad Ali, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Inoko Rashidi, Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, Thomas Sankara, Kwame Nkrumah, Harriet Tubman, Professor Ivan Setima, Dr. John Henry Clark, William Chancellor, Sheikh Anta Diop, and very great people, people that are worthy of emulation, Felani Lakpokuti, General Rawlings, Lucky Dube, and great people all over the world. We give them this ring today. Remember the dead, our dead from our family, our brothers and sisters that are falling, people that have died and nobody also remember them, that are still here today, people that have done great things for the upliftment, the empowerment, the forward mobility of the African continent. Great authors, actors, writers, musicians, technical people, great inventors, people that are too numerous to mention. You can call your ancestors' name as well, people that are very close to you that have done great things. We give them this drink today. This day we remember our dead, our fallen heroes, our freedom fighters all over the world. We ask that their spirit continue to stay strong, continue to push us in the right direction, continue to lead us in the point of freedom, to free us from the shackles of mental slavery, of religious bondage or religious indoctrination. We give them this drink today. Remember all our dead, people that are currently fighting, and people that are currently in incarceration, people that died in the Arabic slave trade, transatlantic slave trade, the Middle Passage, people that died in South Africa fighting apartheid, people that died in Zimbabwe, Namibia, Congo, Nigeria, Kenya, Cameroon, Angola, all around Africa. We give them this drink today. People that died in Australia, in Canada, in Native America, Latin American countries, we give them this drink. We remember them today as their spirit will come into this world. Let them accept this libation. Let them accept the light and whatever we'll give them. And let them continue to fight for justice. Let them continue to cry out for justice. Because if there's no justice, there will be no peace. We say these prayers in the mighty name of Ampu, in the mighty name of Santisma Moriete, in the mighty name of Amen-Ra, in the mighty name of Ogene, in the mighty name of Ekwensu, in the mighty name of Egbesu, in the mighty name of Oromila, Ubatala, Shango, Hamadioha, in the name of all our African gods and goddesses that stand for truth, justice, righteousness, and harmonious balance, is Siagwari. It is done. So this is the libation. So today we stand with all the good people of the world. We stand with the people that want good things to happen, that are really trying to make this world a better place. This is our legacy, and this is what we must do. We have no other option. We have nowhere else to go. It is the natural thing to do. Okay? So I've done my libation today in honor of the Day of the Dead. You can also do your own as well. And don't forget to do it. Very, very important, especially if you have not been doing this. It solves many problems. Okay? Connects you to your divinity, to your source, and it opens doors for you. It gives you the wisdom, and it brings the guidance and the protection, prosperity of the ancestors upon you as well. Very, very important. Okay? So that is that. So I will stop here for today. And of course, I must talk about my book. For people that want to know about our ascended African ancestors, this book called Whispers of Amente, Pathways to Ascension. Here I was able to codify instructions and guidelines that will help you connect with your indigenous African ancestors, especially the Kemetic deity. Here I talked about a Santisma Moriete from Mesoamerica. I talked about Ampu, aka Anubis. You want to know about this deity, you want to connect with the deity, you want this deity to open that gateway into the spirit world, into the infernal realm. Yeah, they contain the keys to balance your scales in this lifetime. Okay, so this book is the balancing of the scales. It will help you to bring balance, peace, harmony, tranquility, that knowledge, that missing peace that the enemy have tried to take away, so that it will make you a non-entity or will make you a caricature. That hidden knowledge that the enemy have decided to hide, I put it inside this book for you. So yeah, this book is a gateway to the ancestors and a gateway to the spirit world. So if you want to make contact with the spirit world, this is it. You don't need to fly to Egypt, you don't need to come to Nigeria. Just get this book and it will solve that problem for you. It is not expensive, just $100. Ignorance is much more expensive. Paying of tithes and going to church every Sunday is much more expensive. This one, walking in the shadow of the gods. If you want to make contact with the spirits, know how to do spells, improve your capacity, over 200 spells a year. Here you have direct access to the knowledge and wisdom to solve many problems. There are many elements that you will learn how to heal by yourself using the knowledge of herbs. For those people that are into herbology, if you are into agriculture, you need this book. There are many herbs you can plant in your farm that these herbs are not so common anymore in the world. So the knowledge here, I put the botanical name, very easy, straightforward book for you to get, and it will increase your capacity, and it will connect you closer to nature. There's spells for love, for protection, for prosperity, for wellness. Everything is here, over 200. Get this book, keep it in your library. It is better to be a warrior in a garden than to be a gardener in a war. It is better to have this book and don't need it, and say you need this book and you don't have it. So get it, okay? Know your way, not because. Now, advice for those people that want to know the interrelationship between science and spirituality. If you have been researching, studying, looking for that connection, you want to know that intricate connection, the evidence, the scientific evidence of the validity, originality, authenticity of African spirituality, the etymology of African spirituality. Everything is inside this book. I loaded it in this book, the origin, the equation of God, the personality characteristic of the essence of the building blocks of this universe. We talk about atom, the atomic structure as the smallest indivisible particle of nature. Beyond this atom, what lies beyond the atom is when you get into the spirit world. Okay, African spirituality deals with the study of the invisible particles of nature. African spirituality and quantum physics is one and the same thing. There is nothing evil or diabolical about it. It is just plain simple science. Once again, knowledge is power. Know your way, not because. The wisdom in this book, the evidence in this book will open your eye. We awaken you and we bring you up to date with what is happening in the world and why things are happening the way they are happening. And it will straighten your mind and it will blot away ignorance. So get this, is just $50. Three of them is just $300. You can get it anywhere in the world. Okay, so I'm here waiting for you. If you also want to learn African spirituality, I teach it. My program is a 6 months program. We have the advanced, beginners, intermediate. I will teach you everything from the history to the sciences to the metaphysics and how to make contact with the deities and how to empower yourself and also give you the capacity to be able to do things that will bring prosperity and wellness to your life. You can register for this program. It is not too expensive. If you also want to do your oracle consultation readings, I do that here. It's $50. If you have serious issues that you cannot solve, issues that defy medicine, Western medicine or science, serious problems, spiritual cases, medical cases that are very, very hard to solve, harder case, bring them come. Of course, I need to do free work, but now those kind of cases, we solve them here with the principles of quantum physics. So this is your one bus stop to know all these things and to solve all these problems. You can contact me for that. Then, of course, if you want to buy your herbs, your spiritual herbs, your native shock, cowries, precious stones, oracle stones, all those things, I sell them here. You can contact me. Meditation beads, all these ones, I also sell them. Much more. So apart from that, I thank you very much. And I'm very delighted for those people that have been supporting the channel. I am very, very grateful. And those people that are also commenting is very good too. Even the negative comments, all of them is allowed. It is because of people like you. That is why I wake up every morning. So keep commenting, but if you comment some kind of things, I will require to see your face before I answer those questions. There are some people that will write some very unpalatable things, but for me, it is their own level of maturity. But I cannot just be replying to a troll. If you have some strong opinions that you write something, I will request to see your face before I will answer that question. I have put this policy a long time on this channel. When some people ask some certain questions, I will say, okay, let me see your face, then I will answer that question. The people never always show their face. So some of them are starting to come back again. If you have strong opinions, I will request for me to see your face either on WhatsApp or on camera so that I will see your face, know who you are before I answer that question. Okay, I cannot just be answering to trolls. You just be wasting my time trying to manipulate me from one computer somewhere anonymously. No, I don't allow that. If you're serious about wanting to know something, we can talk face to face. Okay, this is the way I do my thing. So I will delete those comments if you do not show your face. If you think it's easy to show your face on camera, do it. So I will not allow anybody to come and be talking trash or trying to manipulate me facelessly. I must see you. So this is my policy on this channel. I hope that you will respect this. And apart from that, I thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you in the subsequent video. So please don't forget to do your libation and light your candle to your late ancestors today. If you have not been doing it, do it. Today is the deal. Make we celebrate with them. Oh. We have nothing to lose. So I'll be seeing you in the next video. So take care and bye. Peace.